name is Timothy Cato III, and this is I Got More to Say. And today I am joined by one of Rochester's, not even Rochester, one of the world's best ball spitters. Album is still Fuck Your Feelings out right now. Golden, how are you doing, ma'am?
Very good. Pleasure to be here.
Yes, ma'am. Golden, how are you?
I am awesome.
Yes.
I try to stay in that zone.
Okay.
I like awesome.
Okay. I like
I'm doing
that.
real good.
Awesome. What got you feeling awesome? Is it the
I always
album
feel-
or
I'm
is it just
a
everything?
naturally positive, good energy person. Like I feel like energy is infectious, so it's good to always keep good energy because it creates a good environment.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
when you in a good environment, you give good vibes, you have good times.
Okay. I like it. Yeah, I think that also plays into part too, you being a chef.
Yeah, I mean, that's stressful.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like being a chef though, if you cook angrily, because you gotta make your food with
I went
love.
to Chipotle earlier today, and the guy was so pissed off, and I'm like, "Don't make my tacos." I don't. That's funny that you said that because that's how I felt. He was like really angry, and I'm like, "It's okay. It's all right."
Some of the best meals I've ever had is when my granny, she either tell me that I made it with love or I put my foot in it.
Yeah, that's right. You're supposed to.
So that's what I feel like that definitely plays a part in it.
That's
But
funny.
Golden, man, this is album number what?
12.
Jesus.
12. Somewhere like that.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to say, yeah.
Because, well, I've done some collaborative projects, and like I said previously, I've done work with, like on a team, so I don't count those. But solo projects, or except for like me and Emmy did a project, it was a collaboration, so I count that because we both sat there and did everything together. But solo, like straight solo by myself, 11, at least 11.
Man.
Yeah.
And like I said, the title, because I was unfamiliar with your music until, you came on straight from the underground, and that's where you and I initially met. And I mean, I remember when I first heard the title, it's still Fuck Your Feelings. I was like, wow.
It's intriguing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hear that.
Yeah, I'm like, man, like it's just so is what it is.
It is. That's what it is.
What went into the process of making this album?
I took a break from music. I had to get myself together and get myself mentally, like, not necessarily find the passion back for music, but to find like the drive to do it. So I felt like I consistently put out music for like at least about like a 7-8 year span consistently, like you knew you was gonna get either 1 or 2 projects from me. So, and to me, you always have to make the next project better. So it's not like you ever gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna put out anything. I wouldn't just put out anything. So I was motivated to be like, all right, it's been a while. A lot of people kept coming, seeing me and like, where's the new music? Where's the new music? So I'm like, let me sit down, and I took my time and I crafted it, because this one took probably about like 1.5 years, 2 years that I had been playing with stuff. Like, I kept making music, but wasn't really making a project. So I had the motivation to say, all right, I'm gonna put out a project, but if I put out a project, I ain't gonna just put out anything. So I was like, let me take my time, and as I put my foot back in the door, you know what I'm saying, and put out, some content, I'm gonna go ahead and approach this the way that I felt like was necessary. So I had already did Fuck Your Feelings, and like I said, I recorded Fuck Your Feelings overnight. Like, I did the whole project overnight.
Yeah,
so,
I remember like Red Bulls all night, right?
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, now I'm going to do it still Fuck Your Feelings, but it's not going to be no overnight thing. So it's going to be, my approach is, I'm coming in your face, and I still feel the same way. So consistency, and I just wanted to give, like, good content, you know what I mean? Something with some passion, some value, some, like, this is continuing on. I don't want to say my legacy, but it is part of my legacy, you know what I'm saying? So this adds to it, and I don't want to disappoint anybody, especially not myself.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I had lost my grandmother, and my grandmother raised me, so she was like a big part of me. And I had like I was in a dark place, so I was like, you know what? She would be like, keep going. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you do. So I had to approach it that way, and be like, all right, well, I'm going to really put some passion, some love, some energy into this. So that's how I came out.
Well, definitely my sincere condolences to you and your
that.
family. I'm sorry to hear that. When did your grandmother pass, if you don't mind me asking?
Last December.
Last December?
Yeah, and it was rough, so.
Nah, I hear you. Man, I lost mine in 2020.
Yeah, see?
She lost her daughter a month before, and then she died.
Ooh.
rough. So
I lost my husband's mom too. So yeah, she passed, and then it was a lot.
A lot going
so
on.
Yeah, a
So
lot
you
of
had to
grief and
reset.
heaviness. Yeah, you definitely got to reset. Make sure you're good first before you try to give anybody else any of you.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Well, you definitely came back triumphantly.
Appreciate it.
Certainly.
Appreciate it.
Because when I listened to your album, the first thing that jumped off the board to me was I was like, wait a minute. It's first 2 songs, I hear boom bap.
Yeah.
Next 2, I hear like 90s trap.
Yeah.
Next 3, I hear modern trap. Then I hear like R&B to a sense.
A little bit. Yeah.
It's, as I said, and this is something I told you when I first met you, when certain people are versatile.
Yeah.
So you got certain people that can just go and switch up their style at any given minute and rap over whatever, and they just can fit so many different lanes. But then you have people whose style is just impeccable.
Right.
As I said, I feel like you fall into both, but you fall into the latter.
Yeah.
Where like when I hear your music, I'm like, it still sounds like golden.
Yeah.
Like I don't listen to this and be like, oh, this sounds like somebody else. It still sounds like golden.
Right.
And it's across so like such a unique and diverse palette of production. Where did you get that skill from? Like, how did you develop the skill set?
I think over the years, like I've done a lot of different music, and I've got I was blessed to be able to work with so many different type of producers and then different kind of MCs, and it's like you learn like a lot of different stuff from different people, and then like I'm a big concert person. Like I love music, period. So like when you start to listen to people's projects and you listen to it in its entirety, you see like you got like Jay-Z. Jay-Z I feel like he's one of them people who can like really just do
He might
anything.
be the most versatile.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he
I
can
agree with you.
literally do anything. And I came from like a wide variety of music, and like when he did what was it? It was like a fusion with Linkin Park.
Yes,
and
I remember
he was
that album.
able to like fit right into them pockets and be like, oh, this is a real artist. So you start to break down people's artistry, and then as you start to write, you start to look at. You hear things different. Like you got to know what to listen for, and like you said, how Nipsey says. You hear something that you want to write to. So sometimes you hear a beat and like, I just really like this beat, but it doesn't fit into your style. So you just sit with the beat for a while, and then once you find your little pocket or however you want to do it, you start to craft it. And then you think about the content, like, what the message you want behind it, and then you just start putting stuff together. So now when I approach making music, I just literally just listen, and whatever I feel, that's what I'm going to run with. And like, I'm not afraid to be myself. Like I say, I'm not, I don't want to say I'm weird, but I'm just me. I'm comfortable being me. And I like a lot of different things. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be like light, dark, like rock, you know what I mean? I don't really like country, but I can deal with certain country. But like my grandfather was big on like Johnny Walker and blues and stuff like that. And that's it's not dark, but it does have like a dark undertone.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different emotions. And once you get comfortable with yourself and you can understand like who you are, you're not afraid to like release your emotions. So if you're willing to be, like put it out there, then you'll be able to make, really good music. Because it's more about how people are gonna feel. Like you want to, like make people have some kind of connection to your music. Like it's not empty. It's not like you just listening to it. Like everything has its own purpose, but you really want to be able to like stand out and be memorable. Like you be like, okay, like I remember this song. Like I've had people tell me like, your song helped me get through this, or like your song evoked this emotion, or like, you know what I mean, like it's motivating, and you know what I mean. So it's dope to have that. So you always want to keep that.
Yeah, the thing I kind of dread about a lot of hip hop today is that I feel like so many things that people who like that are labeled as unique, to me seem very contrived.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about you is that it's natural. You don't have
is.
to guess about it. It's genuine.
Yeah.
It is all golden all the time. Like, this is who I am. This is how I feel.
Yeah, that's how I try to be.
Yeah.
It's important to just be you. Like that's what people are. Like if you're gonna like. I didn't know I was gonna drop an album, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, you gonna drop an album? I'm gonna listen to it because I know what I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the fact that people like literally want to hear what I got to say, or they want to hear what the song's gonna sound like, you know what I mean? Like how it's gonna come together. So that makes you like I know you stand out as an artist. You do. You know that you're going to get something different. It's not going to be the same thing that you hear from everybody else. So you have that not necessarily X factor, but it's a different factor in, you know, getting new fans and all that. And that's another thing, like when I get the opportunity, I haven't got to perform lately, but I'm working that out too. But you know what I mean? Like when I've gotten the opportunity to go out of town and be on stages that I've never been on before, or like get in front of people I've never seen before and they've never heard my music before. And by the time I get off the stage, everybody's coming up to me like, yo, you're super dope, you know what I mean? Like, where can I find your music? Like, it just expands because, like you said, it's genuine and people feel that genuine. So they're like, you know what? I like you. Like, I want to follow you. I've had people just hand me money like, I just want to support your cause. Yeah, like, I really, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to turn it down, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's just dope because it's like, all right, I'm doing this and people they get it, you know what I mean? So it's hard for people to get it, but if you can be able to give it so people can get it, it's beneficial.
Is that genuine love that people give you, especially when you have just got everything you've gotten off the muscle? You've just built this from the ground up. Yeah. Does that love hit differently?
Oh, it definitely does. Because you work for it. Like you said, like when I started rapping, like when I say a bar where I'm like, you know, no one paid attention to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I was trying, nobody wanted to pay me no attention. They're like, who is you? Like, I didn't have nobody behind me. I didn't have no association with no big names or nothing. So it became, all right, I'm gonna make you listen to me. Like y'all keep saying, all right, you put that out, it's all right. But if you're consistent, you keep hitting people with, you know what I mean, like dope content, you still stay genuine to what you wanna do, then you start to kick in these doors and then more and more people start to see you. And then it takes like one person like Chris G. Chris G is somebody who was like, this is all right. And then as I got better and better, he's like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna put that out there. And it got me to a different level because people started to respect it more. And then because Chris G says it, you know, some other people gonna listen to it. So then now these other people listen to it and they like, hey, yo, this girl is kind of dope, you know what I mean? Listen to her. And then if you're consistent with, you know, content, projects, videos, you know, I'm doing features, all of that. Then all of a sudden, all of the people that I was like inboxing and reaching out to, like, yo, will you do a feature with me? And they like, no. All of a sudden, they're like, hey, I'm working on this project. Can I get a feature from you? And I'm like, no. So
there you go.
Yeah, but you know, either way though, eventually you get to the point where it ain't about that. You get past that. So you like, you know, everybody has a platform. Everybody should be able to work with each other. So, you know what I mean? We all got to help each other out. But when I first started, it was real hard to get that. So when you start getting that genuine love and you start getting that appreciation, it definitely hits different because you work for it. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing given, so you had to get it out the mud.
And you know, one thing I love so much about what you said, I mean, that was great, by the way, is that you show so much love to Chris.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's my Yoda.
You know, Rochester's a very musical city.
It is.
And we have music from all over. It's R&B, we have so much history and so many different things.
Festival that is
jazz
top
festival,
tier.
That people come from all over to come see. Eastman School of Music is right here in the heart of the city, and we have a hip-hop scene.
Right.
And, you know, we have a hip-hop scene where, like, Chris was the torchbearer for a lot of New York artists in general. Like I remember Chris told me like, yo, like Big L, Nas, and like Big Pun. Yeah. His station, his show. Yeah. Straight from the underground is what helped them kind of break. Right. You know, so like, excuse me. And not only did it help them break upstate, it also showed them how many fans they had upstate. Right. So like, Chris, how has he helped you? Like, how has he benefited you in your career?
Chris has definitely opened a lot of doors.
Because he speaks very highly about you.
Yeah, because we've had a very, very, I don't know if like it's been a dope relationship from the jump. Like, for Chris to give me attention, like, you know, you submit stuff to people and you like, well, listen to this. And at first, like, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get Chris G to really listen to me, you know what I mean? But like, if you were from Rochester and you grew up here or whatever, like, you know who Chris G is. Sure. And like, he's really like one of the godfathers of hip hop here. So if you could get somebody like that to actually like even listen to your music and then actually interact with you. And then when he was doing podcast and the show out his house, and he invited me over, and I think I might have, the first time, I don't know if I was with Chatterbox or not, but I don't think I was, but I know I've been there so many times. But I got to sit down and talk to Chris, and Chris asks straightforward questions. He doesn't like, you know, he's not gonna sugarcoat nothing.
No,
And he's very forward with you. And if you could take the criticism and you could work on your artistry based off of like the critiques he gives you, and you know what I mean, even the ability to just speak to the man and have him say, well, this is dope, this is all right, this is all right. Like Chris is never gonna be like, yeah, I like everything. You know what I mean? He keeps it 100. So I got the opportunity for like every single project. Like he was like always the first person I sent it to. I'd be like, Chris, you gotta listen to this. I'll wait. Like when I just did this one, when I did Still Fuck Your Feelings, I had sent it to Chris, and I knew Chris had a lot going on, and we were like in the middle of stuff, but Chris didn't hit me back. And I was like, oh man, he don't like it. And
Chris had his moments like that. Yeah.
And I was like, and I was hesitant because I'm like, normally, like literally when I say, I've sent all my projects to him, and he'll listen to it, and he'll be like, nah, he'll say that's flavor. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's his thing, yeah. Got you
That
with
was
some
some
more new
flavor.
flavors.
Yeah.
Chris,
So
that's my
I'm
dog.
like, okay, if Chris like it, then I'm good. And even though, like, I mean, like, Chris don't like certain stuff, but he's open-minded to hear it, and he'll hear it, and he'll understand, like, the perspective, because as a DJ, he still has that open mind to where he likes a specific type of hip-hop, but he'll be willing to listen to something, and if it's dope, it's dope, you know what I mean? So he always is giving me the opportunity to be like, all right, now I got the critique from him, and then I'll send it to some other DJs, but like he's always like the first person. So his opinion, that's why I say he's my Yoda. Like, you know what I mean? Like Luke Skywalker had Yoda, like he's my Yoda.
He always just giving you game and
he
wisdom and knowledge about
he'll
how
be
to
like,
further progress.
Yeah, so like if Chris be like, nah, I don't like that, or like I like this, and this, I would literally go back and readjust something, because Chris's opinion is so valuable to me, because I understand like his understanding of hip hop and how far he has came in his game. So it's a pleasure to be able to have that. So I've definitely always valued the fact that I have Chris G to go talk to, and that's like, that's Yoda.
Yeah. Sure is, yeah. You know something? It's so refreshing to hear artists, especially from the 585, talk about him in such high regard.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because Chris, I feel like, not even I feel, I'm gonna say what it is. With Chris, the amount of artists that's from here and not, but especially that's from here, who send him music and get upset, getting their feelings about him giving it just some honest critique, it's just absolutely baffling to me. Like, that's the thing that I absolutely loved about you, because you like, man, like I just, you know, I respect his opinion so much.
You have
know
to.
that I'm just gonna take it in stride. But so many artists, and you know, especially like I say this, even especially the male artists, they really get in their from here, really get in their feelings about Chris being like, hey man, I didn't necessarily like this. Not necessarily calling it garbage or trash or nothing, just being like, hey, like, you know, this ain't necessarily something I would play.
Right.
Like, how do you handle criticism from people you really respect?
I feel like as an artist, it is important that you are able to take criticism as it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your opinion is always going to be your opinion.
Yes.
Like, your opinion is always going to be yours. Mine is going to be mine. His is going to be... My husband is, like, the biggest, like... I wouldn't say he, like, critiques everything, but he is another one who would, like, just keep it 100. Like, he'll be like, I don't like that. But then he'll go back and listen to it, and he'll be like, okay, it's growing on me. But, like, I ask him all the time. Like, as soon as I come from the studio, I always play everything. Well, most of the time, I'll play everything for him. But to take criticism as an artist, most artists are extremely arrogant. And you feel like, this is my passion, this is what I put into this, it's gotta be dope, because that's why I made it. And a lot of people don't understand what you feel is dope is not necessarily what the next person feels is dope. Like, there is a universal, this hard, you know what I'm saying? But there's that line in between too. So as an artist, because you have that confidence, and you should have the arrogance, well, I don't know if arrogance is the right word, but confidence, and you know what I mean? Like, you want to have a good product, but you have to be able to take the criticism.
Definitely.
And that's where it comes to the point where some people be in their feelings because they're like, oh, well, you don't like this because of this, or you don't like this because of that, but it's not really a cause of anything. Like, if you ask somebody's opinion and they tell you, you should be able to take it. Like, whether you like it or not, it's okay. Sometimes you just gotta be like, okay, but I always look at it as you have billions of people in the world and you ask one person and they said they didn't like it, ask somebody else and see if they like it.
Yeah.
If they like it, okay. If they don't, well, that's 2 that don't like it. Get to like 10, see what your ratio is, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to look at it like that. Like, that person might, like, just like you create in certain, you know what I mean, like emotional times and, you know what I mean, like different zones. Like some people listen in different zones. Like certain music makes you feel certain type of ways. Like if you're pissed off all day and I'd be like, hey, go listen to my new track, but you've been pissed off all day, it might not be what you want to hear. So you might listen to it, you know what I'm saying, and be like, I don't like that. Then you go back and listen to it like, oh, actually it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? So it's all about like how you take it in. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be like, oh, this is all, this is the end, this is the, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be like, let's be rational about the situation. Just one person's opinion does not determine on whether something is good or bad.
Yeah,
you know
certainly.
what I mean?
Yeah, and, you know, it's so refreshing to hear you say that as an artist in general, but especially an artist from here, because so many artists from here, especially when they sing Chris their music, it's like, all right, Chris didn't like it, now I'm not going to send nothing. Or, you know, they're going to take it personal. And this happens everywhere, so it's not even just a Rochester thing. I don't want nobody to feel like I'm singling them out. But, you know, it's refreshing to hear that from an artist, because so many artists don't understand that you could block your blessings by not being able to receive criticism.
Yeah.
You can really block your blessings.
You really can block your blessings. That's exactly what you will do, even with, like, collaborations. Like, sometimes collaborations don't go the way that you want to. Like I've had an idea where I want to put this person and this person on this track, and then something will happen where that one person can't get to record their verse, or there'll be like that blank. So that person, if you move forward because you have like a time frame or you have like, you know, like a deadline, and you take that person off the track, now they mad because they wrote this verse, but they didn't put it on your track, and you put the track out without them, and now they're like, oh, I wasted this verse. But it's not necessarily that. It's like, okay, we can still do a song later on. It's just that I was trying to do this, so this is what I was doing. So, you know what I mean? And then that ends up becoming tension, or, you know what I mean? Or, like, I've had issues with people for, like, I don't know, like, we've been in the same categories. Because as a female MC, like, you're always going to get put into categories with other females. And then other females, if they have a team or whatever behind them, sometimes they're going to compare y'all. So when it becomes comparisons, some people really get in their feeling and they get embodied into that, you know, negativity or whatever it is, and it becomes so competitive that they don't realize what's driving them is their opponent. You know what I mean? And that doesn't make any sense when you're making, you know what I mean, content, because, like, how you gonna let somebody else be your motivation for something? Like, if it's a diss song, then it's a diss song. But when stuff gets like sticky like that, then you start getting all of this extra, you know, like negativity, and you're gonna end up blocking your blessings, because maybe later on in the future, you guys probably should have collaborated on something, but now y'all hate each other and don't want to work with each other.
Certainly.
Yeah, but it's a whole bunch of politics with the,
I can imagine.
and people's feelings, like, people allow their feelings to, it's also ultimately a business, so you have to look at it as a business too.
Business, never personal.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not gonna go the way that you want, or it might not go, you know, exactly how you planned it out, but either way, you still have to be professional.
Yep, and you gotta make it happen.
Yeah. So.
Now, you mentioned something. You mentioned something earlier that alluded me to this question. Do you feel like you get more love outside of Rochester, or do you feel like you get more love inside of Rochester?
It's kind of, I feel like I just get love. So I feel like when I go outside of Rochester, I'm definitely gonna, it's easier when you have a clean slate.
Yep.
Because when people have no idea what you're gonna bring, like, to me, I'm like, I take the time to make sure that what I'm gonna do is effective. So, like, if I know I'm gonna get on the stage for the first time, the first song I do, I'm coming straight at you. So you are in the audience, and whether you were at the bar or you were in the bathroom, you gonna gravitate to me, because I feel like that is your opportunity to pull them in. So if you get on the stage and you have the ability to pull them in, like, no one knows who you are, like, they might, you know, be like, okay, because most of the time, like, Golden is kind of, it's not like, it's fluid, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know if it's gonna be a girl, you don't know if it's gonna be a boy, you don't know what's gonna come, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Golden. So you hear, okay, next to the stage is Golden, and then you see a girl get up there, you know what I mean? And it's like, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? You don't know how to perceive me. You don't know what I'm gonna say. And then I just start snapping. That's what I'm gonna do. Then they like, yo, this is crazy, because that's another aspect of like artistry. Like a lot of people can rap. You could rap on in a studio or on a track, but if you can get on a stage, you have the ability to like draw them in, or you have the ability to like control a crowd, it's a whole different type of energy. And it is like, when I say it's infectious, one, it's very addictive because the energy is like crazy. So if you have the ability to give your energy and pull other people's energy together, like the emotions in the room is wild, because it's being on stage and you rapping the stuff that you already wrote. It's already coming from your heart, and you're watching people's faces, like the bars. You got that face on, like it's just crazy. So I would say out of town outside of Rochester is so much different, because if you're performing, then it's dope. But even when you're listening to it and you have the ability to take it in, if you've never heard me before, you're gonna be like, yo, this girl is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is different. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna be your Cardi B. I'm not gonna be Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not gonna be Nicki. You're gonna get golden. And that's what's so dope about it. So it makes people gravitate towards you, and people appreciate you more, and you get love. But Rochester is Rochester, and being that this is my home place where I was born and raised, like it took a long time to be able to get the respect that I get in Rochester, and it's the level of appreciation I give it to like a lot of people. I'm real humble. Like, I don't ever walk around like, I mean, when I rap, I'm going to tell you I'm the best thing, and you know what I'm saying, since sliced bread. And that's how I really feel, but I'm not going to make anybody feel like inferior. I'm not going to, like, if you see me out, what's up, Golden? What's up? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be like, don't talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? We not in the same class. I'm not going to work with you because I've done this and you haven't done that. Like, I would never be like that, because I'm genuine. And I'm a regular person just like everybody else. So I feel like, you know what I mean, in Rochester, I can't say, like, a lot of people be like, oh, it's so much hate here. It's like, I get a lot of love here, because a lot of people have worked with me or been around me, and they understand the type of energy. Like I said, I'm always about that positive energy. Always. I'm coming with good vibes. I'm not trying to be.
Can't be in a bad mood, right?
Yeah, like that's my coworker always says that. Like, you know what? No matter what, like I can't be in a bad mood around you, because you're just naturally.
I was in a good mood all day today.
You know what I'm saying?
And having you come around with your humor even better.
It's infectious. Like negativity is infectious too. So why would we spread that? You know what I'm saying? So like, I get a lot of love in Rochester. I do. I get a lot of love. I get a lot of respect. I have like people say like really good stuff. People probably say a lot of bullshit about me too, but I don't hear it. So, or I might hear it in the back way, but I don't entertain it. So no matter what, I'm always gonna stay on that positive side. So I don't know, but out of town is different, because they don't know you, and once they do know you, they spread it. And it's just dope, because when you have somebody who's never heard you hear you, and then they intake it and they enjoy it, it's just a dope feeling.
Gotcha. Now, we mentioned Rochester being a very musical place. There's a lot going on here as far as music and all different genres. Specifically the hip-hop scene, and especially recently, you know, there's been a lot of plex, you know, a lot of animosity. Just been a lot of beef going on in the towns recently. What do you feel as a successful artist, as a successful independent artist, as somebody who has done this for years and is continuing to do it and doing it at a very high level? And I don't want you to single nobody out, but just in general from what you've seen and maybe how you've been approaching who you've worked with, what's the biggest thing holding Rochester's music / but specifically hip hop scene back?
I feel like a lot of people, how do I always say it? I say, everybody wants to see you doing good, just not better than them. So because everybody wants to see you doing good, just not better than them, you got a lot of people who will be like, oh, I just put this out, you ain't share it. But like me, I have a job and I work like 10 hours a day. So a lot of people don't realize, like, if I share something, sometimes I'm just quick throwing something up. I ain't get to see your post to share it, you know what I mean? But if I do, I will. And a lot of people take that as, people feel like because as an artist, when you put out content, you want somebody to like it. You want somebody to share it. You want somebody to repost it. And a lot of people just feel like it needs to be instant gratification. And real life doesn't incorporate instant gratification. So, you know, like a lot of people get in their feelings and it turns into so much animosity because they want what they want when they want it. And sometimes it doesn't reach the people that they want it to reach. Or like if you consistently just keep, like people, like their attention span is so short now, people don't realize like you gonna have to share this same link probably like 150, 200, thousands of times. And it's not necessarily that these same people are gonna see it, but other people are gonna see it. So they don't realize, like they get caught up in wanting something so fast that they start losing track of like the consistency. You know what I mean? So then they get angry because they feel like they're not getting as much love as fast as they want it. And it becomes, oh, hate, and this is hate, and they hating on me, and they ain't, you know what I mean? Like nobody's supporting me, and then they start attacking people, and they don't realize you blocking your blessings. Because now you have went on this attack mode about how no one supports you and no one bought this and no one did that.
And if you felt like that, instead of going and picking up a phone, you went and put it all on social media.
And it's been a week. You put your album out a week ago. Like, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
I ain't even get to listen to it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get to it first. Like, you got to understand, like, some people drop a single and it takes like 2-3 years for them to make a single pop. But people don't understand you have to keep pushing, you know what I mean? Like, you do need to keep creating content. And I think because you have social medias like TikTok and Snapchat where it is in and out, people want that instant gratification now, and they don't understand. Like, some people do have overnight success, but you also don't know what the budget behind that overnight success might have been, or you know what I'm saying, like what other people's resources are. Like if you're really getting it out the mud and you don't really have like the millions of marketing dollars, then you know it might not happen for you as fast as it might have for somebody who had like a whole machine behind them. And sometimes now you got people fudging numbers, you know what I'm saying? So most of it ain't even real anyway. It just looks like it's real. So, you know, that's what falls through the cracks anyway, because they might have got that little quick instant success, but it doesn't stay consistent because they're not consistent and it's not really real. So, you know, it gets to where people start feeling some type of way, and that's where the animosity comes, because they don't feel like they're getting what they want when they want it.
Yeah, from other people.
Yeah.
I agree, and that's actually a very interesting perspective. One of the key things I feel like that's really holding Rochester's music scene back is the simple fact that there's a lack of professionalism here.
Very.
You know, and Golden, I wanted you to speak on this because, please don't take this the wrong way, but I look at you as, you know, a part of the more mature hip-hop crowd.
Yes,
and I say that morally not based upon your age or whatever it may be, but based upon the way you carry yourself.
Right.
And, like, the way a lot of artists here and a lot of people who want to work within the media go about outreach, the way they go about, you know, being on time, just a lot of so many different aspects that come into that feature in their professionalism. I just feel like a lot of people here are lacking.
Yeah. Because when you have to be first of all, you have to understand professionalism. And like I said, when it comes down to it, it's business.
Yes.
So if you have a business mindset and you understand, like, okay, like if you run a business and you offer a product or you offer a service, like if I pay you to be my photographer, I don't expect you to show up an hour and a half late. Yeah. You know what I mean?
If anything, I expect you to be there a half hour early.
You know what I mean? Like I expect good quality from you. I don't expect you to pull out your phone and take pictures with your phone and then you gonna put it in a little editing app. Like I couldn't do that myself. Like, you know what I mean? It's a level of professionalism. So when you approach things from a professional level, it's gonna be way more productive. It's going to be way more professional. Like people are going to appreciate it more because it has more value to it. Like if you actually value the service that you're giving, then you're going to put effort into it. Like your name is attached to it. Like if your name means something, if you built a brand, then you want quality behind your brand. You don't want to just, like, some people don't understand that. Like if you know, like, I'm going to book you for a show, you're going to show up late and you're going to try to get all these people in for free, like, how is that going to be productive for anybody? Exactly. You want me to pay you, but you about to eat half of my bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bringing 20 people with you, and it's $10 a ticket. You know what I mean? Like, I'm losing all of this money off the top because you want to bring these people in and bum rush the crowd or bum rush the stage. So it's not going to add up.
Yes.
But it's a level of professionalism. Like, if you want to eat, I'm going to eat. You're going to eat. We're all going to eat. But it has to be quality and it has to be a certain level of professionalism.
Yeah.
But that comes with the instant gratification once again because people want to be like, oh, I'm a superstar. Like, I have one song. Like, that is literally 3 minutes. Your 3 minutes, is that it? That's it. After your 3 minutes, what you doing?
Nothing.
You know, so like,
Damn.
yeah, like, what? How is this being beneficial? But you want me to give you, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, Z amount of money, but you literally only have this. That's it. You came late. You brought all these extra people. You're probably rapping over your lyrics. You don't have no stage presence, none of that. But you want me to pay you top dollar, and you want all this like love and respect. But your level of professionalism is crazy. Like.
And for whatever reason, I feel like in the hip hop community, I feel like we're getting away from this a little bit more, but especially in the hip hop community, but especially here in Rochester, I feel like that is the key ingredient that a lot of people are missing.
Oh, yeah.
Showing up late, then getting upset when somebody calls you out on it, having too many yes men around you, having too many people in general.
Ego.
Yeah, like it's just like, for example, me, it's certain people that I love, but it's certain doors and certain places I can't bring them to.
Right.
Because, you know, in this music thing, you judged off about two things.
Yeah.
You judged off of what you bring to the table and your professional reputation.
Right.
And I see that is a downfall, I feel like, for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
You know, and then even then, I feel like the artists who do make it out too, Rochester, we support our own. Yeah. But even as we see now with Spesh and that whole situation, like, you know, this is my thing, and I don't necessarily know the whole situation.
Basis of it.
But I'm not in the business of publicly dissing somebody.
Right.
That I want help from.
I feel you on that.
Like, that to me is counterintuitive.
It's messy.
Yeah.
We being messy.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and people have their reasons for why they do things.
Yeah.
But like, that's the thing I love about you and your whole brand.
Yeah.
You're not engaged in none of that.
I've had people try to pull me out of it, and I'm
you
like,
just refuse.
I've been real close, but I've had the right people in my corner to say, don't even bother.
Yeah.
Don't even bother. Don't entertain it because it's blocking your
blessings.
Like, you know where you're trying to go with it. You know what you're trying to do. So just focus on you. Sometimes you can't give your energy to negativity. Now,
and that's why you've been so
understand
successful.
it's, I mean, it's
outside of just your talent and, you know, your hard work.
It's just about, like you said, you build a brand and, you know, like I said, my husband always says, if you're not used, you're useless. So people are always going to try to use you. It's about how they try to use you. Because everybody's going to use, you know what I'm saying, everybody. To benefit themselves, you know what I mean, or whatever platform they have. But there is beneficial uses. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to have, like, negativity attached to it, that's going to be, it's going to end up being negative no matter what because it's going to come with, you know what I mean, the dark side to everything. But when you have, like, you know it's somebody with a name, you know somebody that, like, okay, I'm going to keep saying your name and it's going to get the attention because I said your name, but then behind it, what we doing? You know what I mean? Because now if that's the only thing you're talking about, that's the only thing you associated with. So if you are going to, like, come for somebody and you're going to, like, take that approach, you have to have something else behind it, too. Because once the smoke clears,
you got to stand on it.
That's right. What we doing? So now it's like, all right, I'm coming for you, but why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What was the end game to it? And now where we going with it? Yeah,
I'm with you because I just feel like there's so much potential here. And just seeing this constant anal between people is very, very, very discouraging. But you know what? We're going to keep it positive. Golden, something I wanted to, because I don't want to make it sound like I'm gossiping. But key thing I wanted to ask you is you are a career-driven woman. And I don't say that to be disrespectful. But you are a career-driven woman. You're also a wife. You are also an artist. And you are in a very difficult game, being a hip-hop game. How do you manage?
I mean, you gotta just You gotta do.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, you are a dedicated wife.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
you gotta
a
be
dedicated
If
wife,
you
yes.
want something to be successful, you have to put your all into it.
Yeah, like
And
you are showing up in all levels. And
I try.
Yeah, you are showing up in all
it's
levels.
hard,
And
but
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just try to paint this picture. But like, even like when I go on your Instagram,
Yeah.
always like, like cherishing and loving your husband publicly.
Yeah.
And then going to work and getting results. Then you go to the studio and get results. And, I'm not speaking from experience, but just from the outside looking in, it's hard being you.
It
Yeah.
is.
And I say, yeah.
I be tired.
Yeah, and everybody around you is smiling.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
how do you manage this? How do you manage having such a high level of ability in so many different conflicting areas?
you just keep it pushing. You keep it pushing. You don't get swallowed. Sometimes I do, but I don't show the negativity because, like I said, negativity is infectious.
Yes.
So even when I feel bad or I feel down, like, I'm not going to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, every once in a while, I'll be like, it's going to be a long day. And I know it's going to be a long day, but it doesn't make sense for me to, like, focus on the fact that I got a lot to do. I'm going to be tired. And, you know what I mean? When I get home, sometimes I just want to sit there, but I still got to be able to maintain because I play a part in, like, I'm in a partnership no matter what. Like, my husband is my partner. So my job.
I love y'all marriage, by the way.
It took a lot of work. Like, we've been together for 20 years. That's a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, since I was very
that's
young.
Almost my existence.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's so, like, we grew up together. So, you know what I mean? Like, we have been through the roller coaster. We have been through a lot. So, my job is to make sure that he is happy. He doesn't have to worry about certain stuff. And his job is the opposite. You know what I'm saying? He makes sure that I'm happy and I don't have to worry about certain stuff because we have a partnership and we understand that, like, I support you, you support me. What you want to do is what you want to do. We going to make that happen. When it's my turn, it's my turn. When it's your turn, it's your turn. But no matter what, it's going to be love and support. And to have, like, you have to have a structure underneath you to be able to be positive and keep moving forward. So if you have a strong structure and you have a strong, like, you put your energy into being, like, the best version of you can to be somebody else's partner, like, I'm going to make you the best version of you and you're going to make me the best version of me. It's really hard to not be positive and keep moving forward because you worked for it. Like, before we got married, we went to marriage counseling. So
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Most people go to marriage counseling once they get married and things.
They said we had to get married where we got married. At my dad's church, there was a requirement. We had to go through like 6 or 7 sessions, and they sit you down. Like, I talked to the pastor's wife, he talked to the pastor. They separated us, and then we come back together, and there was like a series of questions, and we literally answered the questions like exactly how we were supposed to, because we have already sat down and talked to each other. We understand each other, and we work towards each other. Like, we understand this is what we're doing. We're doing it together. This is how we're gonna do. So that's just one part of it, and then, like, at work, I do a lot, and then I'm also like
very stressful.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a delegate,
people,
so I also deal with other people's stress. So it's other problems in the work area and all that stuff. They come to me because I'm the one who's gonna, like, help solve the problems. So it's important to keep a positive mindset and work towards always being, like, productive and, like, efficient, because I have other people's, you know what I'm saying, like, lives and jobs in my hands too. So it's just a mindset that you have. Like, if you get stuck in negativity, then that's where you're going to be. If you are focused on trying to get, like, it's always, there's never a ceiling. It's always you can do better. Like, you can do good, but you can always do better. So just keep going and trying to be better. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a lot of work, but if you stay consistent and you don't let it, like, burn you out, or sometimes I do have, like, I'm tired, I'm broke down, I feel like, you know, but you just power through it because you have a good support system, and, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be okay. That's, like, my favorite saying. I tell everybody that, like, it's okay. All right, we're going to take care of it. It's going to be okay. No matter what, it's going to be okay because we're going to make it okay. So it's always stay positive, stay forward, you know what I mean? Like, keep going forward. Don't go backwards. Always go forward because it's nothing but more opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just beneficial to be positive. Negativity is going to get you in a bad place, and then you start spiraling. We ain't going down, we only going up. You know what I mean?
Not for sure, yeah. And I just the thing I like about you and just your career, as far as musically, even just you in hip hop, is that I feel like you represent so many of the things that social media tries to make it seem like don't happen. Like you being married, you being career driven, you know what I'm saying? You being an excellent wife, you know, you being a great artist, you being dedicated to your family and the people around you who you love. Like, I feel like in the female, like the female rap landscape, I don't even want to say they, but people try to condition, or it seems like there's conditioning going on of, okay, this is how they are, and 95% of it is negative.
Right.
And with you, it ain't like that.
Nah, because I live in reality. So, like, a lot of people don't realize, like, when they made reality TV, none of it is actually reality. So, because this brand has been created, and it's like, oh, this person lives like this, and this person does that. Like, these people are on TV getting a check to just embarrass themselves every day.
And your brand was built on authenticity.
You know what I'm saying?
It was built on you being you. As you said at the start of this whole thing.
Real. Like,
I'm me.
Yeah, you have to be real. Like, I understand, like, people want a certain type of lifestyle, but you can't just have anything unless you work for it. And in reality, you have to work for it. So if you don't work for it, and it also matters the way that you work for it, because anything that comes fast is also going to go fast. So therefore, you know what I mean? I mean, it's a level of maturity you have to experience too. Once you've lived life and you have seen that, okay, like, I used to party a lot and be outside a lot, and at one point in time, I made like quite a bit of money off of music, and I blew through it, like just kept blowing through it. But I was traveling, I was partying, I was having a great time, but at no point in time, like, I was like out of shape and just drinking and smoking and eating bad, and it affected my health to where it had to take a point in time where I had to snap into it. Like, you know what? Yeah, this is all fun and good and all that, but you spiraling. You know what I mean? And you don't even see it because you're caught up in this fast lifestyle, and you get caught up in what social media is telling you you should do. Like, go to this festival and go to this, and you know what I mean? Like, you go and you have opportunity to have merch tables and stuff like that, but you don't, because you're just out there getting on the stage, partying, you backstage partying with other artists, and it just turns into this blur. And next thing you know, it's like, wait a minute, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, you take a step back and you adjust to, like, things that come fast, they're gonna go fast too. And if you don't have that mindset to actually, like, have a plan, and you don't get caught up in, like, the hype, you know what I mean? It will be a lot more beneficial for you in the future, because you still have to survive in the future. That's why I say a lot of people, they live above their means. They're worried about, like, fancy cars, and, like, they don't own property, or they don't own anything. So in the long run, like,
everybody want the butter, but nobody want the guns.
Exactly. So it comes to the point where at some point in time you have to think about that, and you have to think about what you're leaving. You know what I'm saying? Or if this stops tomorrow, what you gonna do? Because, like, if you got this car that you leased for however many hundreds of thousands, like, you know what I mean? Like, you wanna got a Wraith, and now you don't got Wraith payment money because not only have you been partying, you no longer have any content to push, and now you out here just selling your soul to do anything. You dancing in grocery stores and stuff because you want people to, you know, click on this, or you want to make, you know what I mean? Like, you have to start compromising your integrity to be able to get, you know what I mean, basic stuff. So it starts to come to a point where you have to actually focus on what you're really trying to do, and think about the longevity aspects of it. Because people start spiraling, and then they start seeing, like, oh, this girl did this, and this girl, just like getting your body done to the point where you look like a completely different person, and in the future, how is that going to play out? You know what I mean? Or all of the extra surgeries you're going to have to get to maintain the look that you have before you look like a complete alien when you hit 45, 50, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So, I don't know, society's all kind of twisted.
For sure, yeah. But I just love how, when it comes to you and your brand and your life, almost every single thing that I see that they try to paint hip-hop as, you just, it just doesn't even apply to you.
You can't entertain that, because...
but like I said, not even entertaining it, but I just feel like just who you are and who you are as a person and what you do, it don't even, like, it'd be like, oh, this is that and the third about female rap and hip hop. This is that and the third. It's like, oh, well, Golden over here, just you know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna be genuine. Yeah. You can't let somebody else's whatever they got going on fuel you, because you have to have the mindset. And ultimately, like, I have to live my life and I have to be me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when my grandmother was alive, I used to always think, like, well, I don't want my grandma to see this. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, I don't want my husband to feel like he's ashamed of his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a representation of him. So when it comes down to it, like, I'm not going to be out here taping the phone to the ceiling and twerking, because that's not for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, you know, it's certain levels. You know what I mean? Like, it is. It's certain levels that you have to understand. Like, you still have to be a represent. And that's why sometimes I struggle with music, because I'm like, I still want to be me, and I still really, like, to call my album Fuck Your Feelings, like, I really feel like that. So, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, well, when I go to work, like, my boss, so it's Fuck Your Feelings? And yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's still, it's like a double-edged sword, but you can still do it with integrity. Like, you know what I mean? Definitely. Like, you can still have your brand and still be you without, like, selling your soul.
Yes. Yeah. And, you know, I think a big part of that, too, is, like you said, if anything, if it come fast, it's going to go fast.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the thing with so many of these young artists. I feel like they may either corrupt themselves or they may lead themselves to be corrupted, because now this music thing is easier. You get one or two big songs, you have a high EP. Next thing you know, these labels come and throw you hundreds of thousands of dollars, more money you've never seen in your life. And because you ain't never did it yourself, you see now, and like I said, I'm not anti-label by any means. I just feel like in hip-hop, it's always been underground, and a lot of the greatest things that we've ever seen come from hip-hop came from people, regardless of wherever it came from, people pooling their resources together and then eventually being able to go and use the label for what they needed it for.
That's right. The label gonna come to you and buy your brand.
And we don't have that no more.
No,
we don't have that no more. Everybody just goes straight to the huge events.
And the first thing they go buy is something dumb. They gonna go buy a big chain, tattoo their face. They out here like... I don't like Kodak Black. Like, I feel like Kodak Black isn't a horrible artist, but he's not, like, it's like, he looked like he crying out for help so bad, because
he keep going to prison.
He keeps going to jail. Like, you are so young and have the ability to do so much. And not that he doesn't do certain things, but, like, you can see him spiraling. Like, people are probably feeding you drugs because they want the limelight with you. So when you don't have a support system of people who are actually trying to help you and lead you in the right direction, not just try to, because everybody's getting used, because if you're not useful, you're useless. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's different levels to being able to be, like, you have to find what you want to do, and you have to find, like, a way to figure out how it's going to be longevity, and it's not going to be just this blur, and then all of a sudden you have this peak, and then you just crash. And then once you start to crash, you just start reaching, because as you're falling, you just start reaching everywhere. And it gets bad, but, like, it's just, I don't know, it's sad to watch it, because people don't have the mindset to be, like, productive for the future. Like, it's way bigger picture than instant gratification. Everybody wants instant gratification.
Now, real quick, Golden, on one of your songs, was it Bloody Knuckles? I forgot which one it was.
One of my favorite songs.
Yeah, that's a great song. On one of your songs, you mentioned something interesting, and I wanted to give you I wanted to get another perspective. You mentioned Fuck Ice Spice, Sukiyata, and Sexy Red.
That is, it's not can't ignore it.
Whatever?
That's
Can't Ignore It. Okay,
Can't
gotcha.
Ignore It.
Yeah, so on Can't Ignore It, you say, you know, as I said, fuck Ice Spice and Sexy Red. Yeah, you say it with your chest.
I said it, yes.
Where does that come from? Like, why do you feel that way about those contemporaries?
It's not just them. It's everybody who wants to push that narrative. Like, it's okay to feel sexy. It's okay to display it if you want to, but there's a certain level of taste that you should have behind it. Like I said, as a married woman, I'm a representation of my husband. So the fact that Sukiyana has a song about eating a nigga's ass, like, that's a little extreme to, like, you are a mother of 3 kids. So can you imagine being 7 years old and your classmate like, oh, your mama eat ass? She does because she has a song about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she said. No, but I'm just saying.
The fact that you said, could you imagine?
That's gotta be real. Like, you know, that's gotta be real. And then like, Ice Spice is not known for her lyrical ability. Like, it's her physical, you know what I mean? And then she found her little lane in drill, and not to take anything away from it, because shout out to all the women that is making money and doing it however you want to do it, but it's a certain level it takes. Me personally, I don't want to say I don't respect it, but I don't respect it, you know what I mean? And Sexy Red is just Sexy Red. Like, the fact that Ski was considered like the song of the year for Roc, that's crazy. There's no words to it. Like, there's not even any words to it. Half of it is just Ski. Like, I'm mad that I know it. You know what I'm saying? But like, and then what's the other one she had? Pound Town. Like, how do you have children screaming, Pound Town, I just left Pound Town? What do you know about Pound Town? Girl, you just came out of Pound Town. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's crazy. And then they, like, the fact that there's, like, edited versions of these songs on the radio, like, why would you edit Pound Town? Like, how is that a single that we pushed into the streets? Like, how can we be in the mall, Chuck E. Cheese, Pound Town come on? How is that okay? How? Like how? How is it okay? Like, who's okay in this? Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just the perspective of it. So that's why I said what I said, because to me, I don't understand how society could openly receive this and then, like, promote it. Like, not to say that you shouldn't promote it, but it's a place and time, or a time and place for everything. Like, in a strip club, okay. You definitely hear Pound Town all night long. You know what I'm saying? I can see that. But in the car, you know what I'm saying? Like a school bus ride by and Pound Town is playing on the radio somewhere. Like, it don't make no sense. How is that okay? You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be a certain level, like, of taste. Like, we gotta have something in there. Like, you mean, like, even when I was young, you wouldn't even see like a tampon commercial. You know what I'm saying? Or like the scenes in movies and on TVs now, like, there's no censorship to it. Like, it's just in your face, and you wonder why people are, like, the children are receiving, you know what I mean, things at the rate they're receiving, because that's what we're giving them. Like, how can you expect someone to be, like, tasteful or have respect or understand, like, you, if this is what you're telling the kids, you can't be mad if they sleeping with each other at 10 years old, because that's what you told them to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the message that you're giving them. So not to say that everybody has to be oh so positive. We don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to say that you don't have them aspects, because it's still reality, but do we need to feed people like that? Like, are we just gonna just give them the bowl of eating ass? Like, here you go. Like, here, this what we out here doing. Like, it's crazy.
Nah.
It's gonna be the most memorable interview.
Nah, for a fact, you're not wrong. Like,
I'm just saying, that's how I interpret it, though.
Like, I didn't even think about it like that.
That's how I interpret it. Like, really, this what we doing?
But, you know, go to some people will look at it, and, you know, there's so many different arguments.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, what's your rebuttal to the people who be like, oh, well, men do it all the time?
They do, but it's different. Like, everyone has a different, like, men don't have babies. You know what I'm saying? They make babies.
Okay.
But they don't have the babies.
Facts, yeah.
And I'm not a mom, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of my friends are. But as, like, if you have a woman who is a mother, your job is to pour into your children. You know what I'm saying? You need to create these people into the greatness that they need to be in society for the future. So if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, what we pouring, you know what I'm saying, is you block it. Like, you can't block it completely, but you can teach somebody, like, the right tools. If you aren't, like, protecting.
So you're saying men kind of don't have the same responsibility, just
they
naturally.
Do, but it's a different level of responsibility, because, like, you know, men teach men certain things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't teach a boy how to stand up in front of a toilet and pee. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone has their different aspects of what they give. Not to say that men don't raise women, you know what I'm saying? Because they do. But I'm pretty sure the men that raise women aren't playing Pound Town or any of the Sukihana songs in front of their children or they daughters. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to raise someone. It's more about the stuff that you interpret and it's stuff that you receive from society. Like, people don't realize, like, a lot of stuff is, like, internally, like, sent to the back of your mind. And people will see things and they intake things and they think that's what it is, but it's not. But they don't have anybody else steering them in the right direction. So if you have all of this negativity, it would help if it was a balance, you know what I'm saying? But there's no balance. So if you still have all of this, not necessarily it's negativity, it's just like raunchy. You know what I mean? And it's cool to be raunchy. Like, everybody got a nasty side to them, but do we need to put it in public? Like, there's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to go straight to the strip club, okay, this is where you can go. But, like, you know, you can't expect to be, you know, sitting in Congress and this was the mindset that you have. I'm pretty sure that's not the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's different motivation to it. Like, nobody's telling you go get a book and read or, you know what I'm saying, expand your mind. You could be a strong black woman, start your own business. Like, it don't got to be hair, nails, makeup. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's other lanes. There's real, you know what I'm saying? Like, real estate, all types of stuff, but nobody's teaching that.
So are you... I get I understand your point, and you know, overall I agree. Do you feel you don't necessarily mind the Sukis and the Sexy Reds or whatever, but if there was just other positive forces being pushed as well?
Yeah, that would help. Yeah, but at this point in time, like I said, reality TV is not reality, and this is what they're teaching, like, and pushing. Like, you don't have TV shows like Family Matters and like all of the shows that used to have an actual message behind them. Like, now it's just reality shows. Like, they don't play music videos no more. Like, it's literally fake reality all day long. You know what I mean? Fake reality, like judge shows that they're not even real judges. Like, none of this stuff is actual reality. Like, everybody's just selling you what they think is going to be watchable. You know what I mean? And now it's all like streaming services and all that, and they just putting on whatever that is going to get people to, it's all about money. You know what I mean? Like, there is no like level of like, it's just like chaos actually, like, in the world now. So it's kind of crazy to just watch. Like, if you don't protect your peace and you don't protect like your family and like literally try to have some kind of guidance, you're not gonna get it outside no more. Like, you used to have like the DARE program, public service announcements, like stuff like that. They don't do that no more. Like, where is the negative or what the positivity? There's so much negative constantly pushed. The narrative is constantly negative, and now it's glorified on all types of levels where you can't get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the tablets, like, even if you put the parental advisory on the tablets, they still getting around because you still getting in your windows. They putting stuff in cartoons, all types of stuff. So, like, where are we going? You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point in time, where are we going? And if we keep, not to necessarily keep supporting it, but like, where are we going? You know what I'm saying?
What do you have to say about the people who, you know, would look at some people who may share the same opinion as you on the Ice Spices, the Sexy Reds, and the Sukianas, and the people who will come back and say, oh, well, people just want to monitor women, and they want to just, keep women oppressed and things of that nature. That, you know, male rappers
have no voice.
Yeah, male rappers do it all the time. Why is it such an issue when women do it?
Male rappers do it, but you have a lot of male rappers who don't do it too. You have a lot of it's way more positive male rappers that get overlooked or underlooked, you know what I'm saying, then there is, well, it could be a lot of female ones. I don't know because I don't really listen to that neither, but I'm not actually running around listening to Sexy Red and Sukiana and them neither. But, like, I don't know, I feel like at this point in time, like, people just choose to, like, be too emotional. Like, so many people think that, like, not to say that their opinion don't count, but like, it's got to be like some kind of where everybody can't keep saying, well, if this is, like, it just gets to a point where it's nitpicky. You know what I mean? So
I think that's where we at.
Yeah, like, it's just really nitpicky. Like, if I say something, like, if somebody probably say something about what I just said, like, oh, but you feel like this, I don't care what you feel anyway.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, man.
But,
It's true
you
to
know
her
what I'm
brand. True to her brand.
But,
Yes.
you know what I mean? That's my opinion. And in my opinion is I've been on earth for quite a while now. You know what I'm saying? I understand how people perceive things, and I understand when people are just being emotional. Like, I feel like we have gotten away from the fact that certain people have certain roles in life. Like, if you are a leader, you are a leader. Like I said, there are two types of people in this world: buyers and sellers. If you're a buyer, then you're a buyer. If you're a seller, then you're a seller. Like, a lot of people are buyers because they're going to buy what people push on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sellers are out here eating. We're going to hustle. We're going to get this money. And we know how to give you what you want because you're going to buy it. So I'm going to give you what you want. Now you've been brainwashed to the fact that you think what you want was right. It's not. That's just what's going to make me money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to sell you this bullshit because you're going to buy it. And now you think your bullshit is really what it is, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't create this earth. We don't know how we got to the point that we are, but clearly we are just spinning out of control to the point where there's like the formations and all of this is wild. Like, we ain't gonna get into politics and all that, but like, we have certain people who are gonna have power that is gonna just make it seem like things are getting a little crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It's just getting out to the point where like, the structure of society is getting real shaky. People have so many emotions and they're like, oh, well, I feel like this and I want, like, you have so many choices, so many options. Like, not to say that people shouldn't, but you have to have some kind of box. It doesn't have to have a ceiling, but we need to have some kind of structure. Because, you know what I mean? Like, it's just spinning out of control. And then look at the crime rates, all of that stuff. Like, clearly something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the fact that people want to be so picky about stuff. Like, I feel like certain people could be leaders, certain people could be followers. Now it ain't even about men or women because there's like a million different genders. So how do you even label this? Because who is supposed to be, you know, like, so it gets sticky. We ain't gonna go there though because I don't want no trouble.
Nah, I understand.
None.
I understand. I got you, Golden. Golden, how do you feel? What are like some? I'm just kind of curious to know. What are some of your personal opinions about other prominent female artists such as Meg or Nicki? Like, what is like your?
I like Meg.
Okay. She got bars.
Is a cocaine bear.
Oh wow. Okay. Lord, wasn't expecting that one.
Cause she just keep doing. I don't know. I ain't gonna talk about Nicki though, but Nicki has made like some really crazy decisions in the last couple months. Like, you could clearly see like she might have some addiction problems because like the stuff that she's putting out, once again though, social media has made it where you can see so much into somebody's life. There's no privacy. Like, that privacy curtain is gone. You know what I mean? And then people are judging you just like, I'm not judging her, you asked me.
For a fact, I'm only meant like the music.
Yeah,
like, you know,
the
like
music
what
part is affected by this though, cause like
That's a great point.
Megan said like one little reference to Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj did a whole song about Megan. Like, how can one line in somebody's song trigger you to literally go on a rant? And it's just me, but I think it's a horrible rant at that. Like, the song is bad. And then whoever was engineering it allowed you to go on another like just like verbal rant afterwards. No one stopped it. Like, at some point in time, somebody should have said, all right, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing that? But like, if you go back in Nicki's catalog, Nicki has a lot of classic material. I never realized that until I seen her on, like, I think it was like a Rolling Loud or something. And she did an amazing performance, and I was like, damn, I forgot she got all of this stuff. But she chose to approach however she chose to approach, you know what I'm saying, like, what has came out. Like, Pink Friday came out, and I haven't listened to Pink Friday. I don't want to listen to, Pink Friday too. I don't think I listened to the first one either though, but I'm not a Nicki fan. I like Megan, you know what I'm saying? And I respect Megan because I feel like Megan's more lyrical. I feel like I like the sound of Megan better. I don't like Nicki and all the voices and all that stuff. Not to take anything away from Nicki, because Nicki has songs that I do like, but when it comes to like artistry, like, I'm not going to like if I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick Megan before I pick Nicki. So I'll probably biased about that as far as like how their music goes anyway. But like I like Megan, I like Nicki, I like Cardi. Like it's a lot of dope MCs. It's just about the music that you put out. If you put out good music, you put out good music. If you don't, you don't. When you start letting other people's emotions and stuff affect your music, and then that becomes like the fuel behind it, because Nicki's been entangled in all of these different like beefs and stuff. Like she's literally beefed with everybody for like the last 6-7 years.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, are we literally listening to Nicki because of her music, or are we listening to Nicki because of all of the beef that she has?
All the antics, yeah. Nah, I understand.
Yeah, and then she be out here tweaking.
Yeah.
So it looks bad.
She's thorough when it comes to beef.
Yeah, she is. But does
Like,
she win
overly
any
thorough.
of them? No. Well, I mean, I don't know none she won. Maybe, but that's my personal opinion. But like, I don't know. She's still relevant though. But she's gonna be relevant because no matter what, she's still gonna be considered one of the best female MCs to ever
Yeah.
rap. You know
Can't
what I'm
take that
saying?
away
So
from
you
her.
can't take it away from her. Like she has a lot of good content. She put in a lot of work. She's a very dope MC.
Extremely dope. Super
Yeah,
dope. Super
but-
dope. Yeah.
I don't know. I just guess now it's just to the point where it's messy. She's so messy and makes me steer away from it.
You know, what's sad to me is just we just came out of 2023 going into 2024, and Beyonce and Taylor Swift, two women for the first time probably ever, ran the live show business.
Oh, yeah.
Like Beyonce and Taylor Swift were literally helping the U.S. economy.
Literally.
And we just see, and they're from two totally different sides.
Yes.
And we just see this unity between the ladies and how they coming together. And although Beyonce and Taylor Swift probably really wouldn't necessarily have really much of a problem,
Yeah.
it's just like, or you wouldn't expect them to. It's just like we seen what the power of woman being connected and woman being unified can do.
Right.
And then in hip hop, I always say this: you don't see Garth Brooks saying he gonna kill Luke Combs. You don't see Kirk Franklin talking about fuck Mahalia Jackson.
Yeah.
But getting back to my point, it's just like I'm just so tired in hip hop where it's just this, and I understand everybody ain't gonna get along. This is at the end of the day, this is competitive. But man, I just wish that it's like we seen what can happen when the ladies come together and they have so much of the spotlight in hip hop right now, regardless if it's for reasons that you care for or not. They have so much of the spotlight of hip hop right now, and the fact that the woman can't get on the same page, and there's just so many different factions and beef just with between so many different groups of artists. It's really, 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 really sad to see.
Because the whole temperament behind it is all hostility. Like everything you see on TV is hostility. Like if you watch the Love and Hip Hops and Baddies and all of these other shows, it's all based off of fighting.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of women in a house together and they have no reason to fight. They just do. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally just do, and it's entertainment.
Yeah.
So now I feel like it's the machines that are pushing that narrative, and they know it's gonna get views, it's gonna do numbers. Like if you are allowing somebody, like there is a point in time where you would have never seen Eve, you know what I'm saying, in no studio just wilding, drunk, talking crazy. Like you would have never seen that.
I don't even see Lil' Kim doing that.
Yeah, and we knew how all the stories about it was stories though.
Yeah.
You didn't
Was it
physically
true?
see
Yeah.
it. You never physically seen it.
Yeah.
Now it's in your face because it's beneficial for other people to make money off of it. These people ain't making no money off of that. You know what I'm saying? But they're getting their brands used to exploit them to the point where it's causing drama, and it's not even about the music no more. Like it's not about the music. It's about like what you seen. Like same thing with like the Tory and Meg, all of that. Like why is that relevant to anybody? Like you know what I'm saying? Like either way, they're still people. You know what I mean? And people clash all the time. It might have been, you know what I mean? But they were stories. We didn't have a whole documentary about it. Well, they have a whole documentary on, what is it, like HBO Max or something. Like they break down the whole story. Like they took that much energy and put it into this story. For what?
Just some negativity.
For what? You know what I mean? Ain't not Nan's song being played. Ain't none of that. It's just negativity. Because the universe is just getting pushed off of negativity now. So, or 60-second TikTok video or whatever. Like people's like attention span is so low now.
So low, yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like there's no, I don't know, it's fueled off of like negative emotions, instant gratification. Like it's just everything is just like fast paced and wow. It's just like watching the world spin.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just messy. And now it's not about content. It's not about like even when you have that moment of where you have like a really dope song or like something that's really powerful and it'll get like attention or whatever it may be, but it's only for 60 seconds, you know what I'm saying? And then it gets swept back under the rug. Like so much stuff goes into the negativity, like the positivity gets swept under, so no one's paying attention to it. Because next thing you know, every couple seconds, like you'd be like, oh, this is great, you know what I mean? Like this is an achievement, oh, but they're fighting over here. Let's go to the fight. You know what I mean? Now we're gonna go back to the tweets. Let's put center stage on all of the tweets. Now they making videos. They got whole lives where they're going back and forth. They're tuning in. It's just crazy. It's just messy. Then you got people's reaction videos. Like do you have videos of people reacting to things that happen? Why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me to start doing that with my platform. I think it's corny.
I mean,
to an extent. I mean, you can do things.
It matters what you're reacting to.
Yeah, you could do things.
You know what I mean? But that's just like, I thought, so, like my godson, like, to watch a kid play a video game, like that's
started on that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Or like, you got the one little boy who opens the toys, like, you're watching someone open toys. Like, how is
You
this?
really ain't doing nothing but torment yourself if you want it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird how society has molded like what is content and what is like paid, like people pay attention to. Like it's just, it's weird. It's really giving iRobot. You know, like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's getting, I don't know. But with music, they definitely have all of these artists selling their souls, and it's not even for music. At this point in time, it's just about like their brand, their lifestyle. They just, it's just messy. It really is. It's messy. It's not about the content. It's not about like the projects. None of that no more. Like it's about, oh, what did you say in it? You know what I mean? And now let's see how this person is gonna react to it and what negativity is gonna come out of this. And then we're just waiting for them to come cross paths on like the same shows or like at a award show or whatever and see what's gonna happen. When they see each other, they gonna fight. Like the fact that we're waiting for that, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. You would never see that. Like, you might have seen, even when they had, what was it, Ladies' Night? It was like a couple of the girls on the track didn't like each other, but they still shot the video. They still did the project, you know what I'm saying? And it comes out, but you wouldn't know that it was that messiness behind it because it wasn't, like, publicized. It wasn't, you know what I mean, in your face. Certain time and place for everything.
Nah, I agree, Gordon. Yeah, it's the media world that we live in today is definitely sick, and I think as consumers we got to start rethinking what's really good for us.
Definitely.
Golden, back on some positivity before we get to the next section.
Back to the positivity.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you one of your, I forgot which track, so please forgive me, but
It's okay.
You say,
I'll probably remember.
You say, "Put me with the great, show respect when you speak." Golden, are you one of the best in the world?
Of course I'm gonna say yeah. Ain't no way I would ever say no. I put a lot of time, effort, and energy into my product. So I feel like what I'm gonna put out, I'm gonna put out because I feel like it's dope. I feel like my product is gonna give you something different than anybody else's product. So yeah, you're gonna put me with the greats because if you put me up to the greats, I'm gonna make them shake. So if you put me, I'm saying, that's like if you're gonna put me in a room, like, okay, you're gonna say, like, you have certain lyricists, I'm gonna smoke you. I know I'm gonna smoke you because you don't spit bars, but I come from that bar era, so you have to have that content. So I restructure my bars. Like when I write a 16, I will go back and add more bars into it just to make it more effective. So like when it comes to freestyle and stuff like that, like I feel like freestyling is a great art. It's a dope thing to do, and when it comes down to it, like if you write your bars and you have a structure to it, like it's gonna be way more effective because it has a structure to it. Some people have the ability to just freestyle and say wow stuff. Like I know quite a few people who are like top tier freestylers, and I'd be like, all right, we can rap together, but I know this is not gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna spit some written shit at some point in time because you're not gonna smoke me.
Yeah,
but
for a fact, yeah.
I feel like as an artist, I put a lot of effort into it, and I give you a good content. So I'm putting effort into it to be great. Like my objective is to be great. So of course I'm gonna be like, yes, I am one of the greatest.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you know what? From what I've heard and from what I've seen, you definitely got every single right to feel that way and to definitely back it up. So, I mean, y'all heard it straight from Golden's mouth.
Right.
Go grab and still
fuck
your feelings.
Go grab everything.
Yes.
That's the newest one.
Yeah, but definitely go grab that one. Golden, we got another segment on the show.
Okay.
Oh man, this is one of my favorite segments. And this right here is our segment called Put On or Put Out. I don't know if you caught any of this. I don't know if you...
I didn't.
Okay, so you're not familiar. It's okay, Golden. I'm going to give you a quick rundown. So, Golden, essentially, Put On or Put Out is where we rate hip-hop fashion.
Oh.
So I'm going to be showing you...
I like that.
I'm going to be showing you some of the most creative and diverse looks within hip-hop. If you feel the artist executed the fit properly, you're going to say put on.
Okay.
If you feel like the artist fell short of executing the fit, you're going to say put out.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes. So are you ready, Golden?
I am ready.
Because I know fashion is one of your things.
I am, yes. I'm with the drip.
Yes, fashion is one of your things. Bet. But Golden, first we're going to start off, and I didn't necessarily know some of your favorite artists, so I did this completely randomized.
Okay.
But Golden, first we're going to start off with Brooklyn's very own Busta Rhymes.
Ah, Bus.
How we feel about Busta Rhymes' fit? Did he put on or did he put out?
It ain't bad, but it ain't good. I don't know where he's going.
Okay.
So I'm going to say put out.
Put out?
Yeah, that's not. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Like
just tell me where you going.
It looked like he was at a red carpet.
Are you going to I hope that's not a red carpet.
I think it is.
I mean, I see the red carpet. They got red carpets in strip clubs.
Oh, you are right. So that's put out for Busta?
Nah, I mean, it's all right. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 5.
Damn.
So it's I don't know. I'm critical.
Yeah,
so,
I respect it. So Busta put out.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Damn.
I'm mad at Busta's last album too, so I'm kind of biased.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I was like, what is this? Like,
Got you. Next up, keeping it in New York, Yonkers' very own DMX. I believe that was at Woodstock.
I was gonna say, this during the time?
Mm-hmm. Did he put on or did he put out? I ain't
got
never
Rough
seen
Rider symbol on there.
I ain't never seen the red Timbs with the white
I was gonna
socks.
say, I mean, for X, put on.
Put on fast.
Yes, because it's X. And X, like, you never seen DMX in a suit.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? And this is X to the T. And he's got the red, he got the Rough Riders. So the fact that he has his own custom Rough Riders overalls, that's already fire. Then he, straight New York, he got the Timbs on.
Red leather.
He got the little thick.
Yeah, in the summertime, all that equipment on that hot ass stage.
During that time, this was it. That's a good look.
So that's put on for X.
Yeah, that's okay for X.
Rest in peace to the legend.
Right,
Rest in peace to the
legend. That's 100% X.
Yeah,
with the watch, the rings, you see it. He got the whole thing put together.
That's definitely
the chain, you know.
Nah, for sure. All right, next up, man. I didn't realize how heavy I went on New York. We got one of the fashion icons herself, Fab.
So I'm partial to Fab.
Why are you partial to Fab?
I am, because Fab is not only a super dope MC, one of my favorites.
Facts.
He can put some crazy stuff on and make it look fly.
Okay.
A lot of people try to take away from Fab, but they don't understand fashion. So fashion has different aspects, different eras, and there's different occasions.
There you go.
This definitely drip. Okay. He got the sixes on. He got the bubble coat. Like, he got the yellow, and you don't even see the yellow is underneath. So he already got the little splash. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The
it's
details.
a contrast to it. Yeah, Fab is like one of the drip gods. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's going to be hard. I didn't see seen some fab that was questionable though. I have. I've seen some questionable fab, but this
that right there.
Good. Yeah,
that's put on. Okay.
Yeah, that look like I dress now.
There you go.
I put that fit together for him.
I bet. Next up, Golda. Next up, how we feel about Ice Spice? I believe that was the In a Mood video, if I'm not mistaken.
This ain't bad for Ice Spice. Her ass ain't out. She got on jeans. So, so this is good for Ice Spice. I like the fur. I like the little crop top fur.
Okay. Fours.
We can see her thong, but you know that's what makes it Ice Spice.
Okay.
I like the fours.
Okay.
She got the fire red fours on. I don't know why she has on 2 belts, but I guess that's a thing. I don't know about that. But the coordination, the little splashes of colors, that's cool. That's put on. You do
Put
this
on.
is okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She snapped on that fit.
Yeah, I was about to say she did that.
Snapped on that
She
fit.
did that. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah,
She
nah.
got the little juicy juice in her hands. Like I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, in the bodega. She did that.
For a fact.
And
So,
she has on clothes. That is already
a plus for her?
yeah, in the right direction. Her ass cheeks are not being seen. Right?
Got you. Go to next up.
Good
How we
job.
feel about West Coast royalty, the Lady of Rage?
All Gene everything. G-Man, yeah, that's me. So, this clearly got to be old because Rage ain't nowhere right now.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
In that era, I don't know about the shoes. What are those?
Is it put on or is it put out, Golden? That's Lady of Rage. That's West Coast
I
royalty.
feel you. At that time, that's shaky. That's shaky. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. I don't know. I don't want to say put out, but I just don't like the shoes. I see why she has the shoes on, but can I be honest?
Yes.
She look broke.
Damn.
Damn. But no, because back then,
What gives you broke?
Lil' Kim wasn't coming out looking like this, and they around the same era.
Okay.
So cause she really wasn't making that much money at that point in time. What makes her look broke? Look.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how did you get broke from that?
How?
Yeah.
It's basic. It looked like it came from Old Navy.
Oh, damn.
And not to take away from her, not to say, I mean, we're talking about fashion,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, you're a rapper. Like, you still have an image to maintain. Yeah, no.
Is that put out?
Yeah, that's put out.
Damn.
I'm sorry, but it's not. Look, compared to two different eras, but
Yeah,
she got her little chain on. She clean.
Okay.
What are those? Those like lugs.
I wish I could tell
At that point in time, it might.
I forgot they made shoes.
It might. I don't know. That's just me personally, though.
But that's put out for
That's
Lady of
messed
Rage.
up. Don't put that out there. Edit that. They gonna be like, oh, she was dogging.
that was bad funny.
I'm sorry.
Man, shout out to the Lady of Rage, though.
Yeah.
How we feel about Meg? Is that put on or is that put out for Meg Thee Stallion?
This is a Fashion Nova picture. Because she had a Fashion Nova brand. Yeah, I like Fashion Nova.
Okay.
This I like it. I like Meg, so I could deal with that. I like it. Is that Meg? It don't even look like Meg.
That's her. All 5 feet 10 inches of
It's
it. That's
definitely a Fashion Nova ad.
Okay.
So that's why it looks like it does. I'm almost positive this is a Fashion Nova ad.
Okay.
So it's okay. It was put together to look like that, but Megan probably wouldn't wear that on her. Like if she was to pick out an outfit, she wouldn't wear this. She would wear it because it's a Fashion Nova ad.
Okay.
So this is not like top tier.
Okay.
It's more like a grocery store look for Meg.
For Meg,
but
okay.
It's fly. It's all right. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Is that put on or is it put out, though, Golda?
I don't know. It's close. We could put it on.
So
it's
put
cute.
on. Okay.
It's cute. I don't know. My fashion sense is different.
Okay.
I mean, it's cute. I don't know if I would wear it, but it's cute.
So it's put on.
We'll put it in the put on category.
Okay.
It's better than this.
Okay.
That Rae should have put that on.
Yeah, nah. I bet. Next up, Wu Tang. How you feel about meth? How you feel about meth?
Where you find this? Is that why? First of all, why is his mouth open like that?
That's the only photo I could find with that fit like that.
Man. I don't know.
I
what
say this: Meth
first
is
of
the
all,
only person that could wear that and wear it out and look like he was trying and it look good. I will say that. Like that just fits his
This is
personality.
like during the Nelly era, because you got like all these wristbands and
Got a
bandana.
bandana.
Yeah, like I would have to put myself in. I can't see his sneakers. His sneakers are very important to me. Shoes are important, and he's on a Razor scooter. You shouldn't have picked this picture because he looks.
Nah, that's Meth.
Like
That's his person. You know what I'm saying? His personality back then.
what's my man name? Ricky Smiley do Lil Daryl.
Oh shit!
My name Lil Daryl. That's not what he looked like. So it's distracted from the rest of the outfit. I don't know, and it looked like he got a spot on his shirt. I don't know. He looks dirty in this picture.
Oh damn!
So that's a put out.
Put out for Meth.
Because I've seen. First of all, I love Method Man for multiple reasons. And this is a no.
That's okay. Damn.
Look, it's because the picture you picked though. Maybe if he was doing a different pose.
Okay.
But he looks dirty.
Okay.
I'm
So
sorry.
that's put out.
Am I critical? I feel bad.
Nah, that's
honest. Like, and he's not dirty though, but he just looks dirty in that picture.
Man. And you know today's February 1st.
Is it his birthday?
No, it's Black History Month.
Oh. Like when is his birthday?
It's Black History Month.
Yeah, so that's disrespectful. You shouldn't even put that picture.
Oh no! I'm setting you up for the next photo. February 1st, Black History Month. How do we feel
about it? Is it Frederick Douglass?
What?
He wears suits.
I'm feeling about Queen Latifah.
Okay, this is the UNITY day, so I'm not gonna talk bad about Queen Latifah ever. That's not. I'm not.
Okay. Let's not put on or is it put?
I mean, during that time, that was fly. This is definitely like early '80s.
Okay.
I probably This is. I like the glasses. Okay. She don't look broke.
Or dirty.
Yeah, or dirty.
Or like Frederick Douglass.
Oh my God.
Nah, you really hilarious.
Okay.
Okay.
This a put on.
That's put on for Queen?
Because of the era. During the time when she pulled up, they was like, oh shit. Like, yeah.
Okay. Next up, man, we got St. Louis's very own.
Is it
feel
Nelly?
about Sexy Red?
I don't know. Look at the picture. I'm like, is it Nelly? Because who the hell? St. Louis is from. Is this what we associate St. Louis with?
That's where she from?
It is.
So I ain't gonna lie, I've never ever thought.
Did she cut the boots?
I never knew. No, so hold on. I'm glad you peeped that. I never ever knew that there was a mind on this planet that would ever think to combine cowboy boots and heels and stilettos.
Like they cut the boots. First of all, cowboy boots are extremely expensive if you have quality cowboy boots. So she clearly don't even know that, because the fact that she has like the ankle part of the cowboy boot and then a stiletto underneath it is wild. She looks dirty. And I don't like the purse. I like the hat. I don't know. I guess I'm biased to her because I already said fuck her. So this is definitely
Put out?
Yes.
Damn.
Definitely. That's bad. Who would do that to the boots? She got on loose boots. Like, who? Ah, man, that's a real like photo shoot pic. I don't know though. Some women will wear this at this point in time in society, and she got on a belt. You don't even have on pants. Like, how do you have on a belt and no pants? I don't know what's going on. She got a bandana on. The bottoms is a bandana. That is literally a bandana. It might be some jean underneath there. No, that's definitely
put out.
Put out, definitely.
Okay.
Hard no.
You know we got to show upstate love. How we feel about Fly Guy, West Side Gun?
I fucks with West Side Gun. No matter what, like this is what he does. Boom. Yeah, like I maybe have ever seen him with something maybe like, but West Side Gun is the epitome. He gets the term Fly Guy for a reason. Like I give it to West Side. He don't fuck around. Yeah, I give it to him all day, always.
Let's put on for West.
Yeah, definitely put on, always. It's going to be hard for you to find a put out.
Nah, yeah, you right about that one.
He consistent. Yeah, definitely.
For a fact. All right, next up.
He dressed better than his music.
Damn, really?
I like his beats. I like some of the choices. We're not gonna go to West Side Gun. I fucks with West Side Gun though, but he definitely like that's what. Like when I look at West Side Gun, like I don't be checking for West Side Gun for like music. I'll check him for his fits.
Okay, I respect that. I'm sure there's a lot of people.
And he's big into fashion. You know what I'm saying?
He be at all the events.
Yeah.
I gotta give West his credit. You right.
Yeah, I like West Side though.
Now back to Brooklyn again. How we feel about Lola Brooke?
I like the fur. This is a real New York fit. Like as a New York female hip hop artist, like that's a dope fit. It's a dope fit. I like this. Yeah, you see, she got the fuck your feelings. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, that's nah. So and she got the Yankee fitted on. Like that's a dope fit. She
got the Timbs to make her 4'9".
Right?
She's tiny.
You know, she not a single soul Sam. So you know.
Thank God.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. They don't know. Like,
you right. But that's put on for Lola Brooke?
That's definitely a put on, because that's 100% that.
So she put that fit on?
Yeah, she definitely put that together. The fur is fire. It's like Fox or something. You know what I'm saying? That's fire.
She the love of my life.
Yeah, I was going to say, you must like Lola. This is dope, though. That's definitely a fit.
I sure do. I ain't gonna lie
to you. She got the Timbs bent, all that. They ain't laced.
Until she get real aggressive at me, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
She's always real aggressive. All the songs sound exactly the same. She don't know. She don't know.
All right, next up. You know, actually, one thing I noticed about you is that you got a real big thing for patterns.
Yeah.
A lot of real big things for patterns. And this photo just spoke to me. But how we feel about Papoose in the 8-ball jacket?
Nah, Pap.
Is that put on or is that put out? That's Brooklyn again, too.
It is. For this, this is actually a good one for Pap.
Okay.
This is young Pap.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how to tell young Pap from old Pap because he...
You don't, because he looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he looked exactly the same. I don't know what he's doing, but he's taking care of himself.
Yeah, he does. I like Pap. This is a good one. I mean, an 8-ball jacket is classic. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely New York. He got the Bedazzled New York fitted at that. It's Bedazzled. Yeah. You gotta pay attention to details. It goes with the jewels. You got the long, when they had the long rope chains, it came down to like your belly button. They had. This is definitely classic Pap, but this is classic New York. Man. For Pap, it's a put on. Man. I don't know if anybody else really could pull that off. That jacket is like a 6X. So yeah, it's a big jacket.
I ain't gonna lie, the colors on that jacket are beautiful.
Yeah, this is dope. It's a dope fit. He got black jeans on, but I don't know.
It might
the
be
sneakers.
Blue.
No, those black.
Okay.
Maybe. No, they might be blue.
Who knows?
I don't know. It matters. The shoes. The shoes can kill this outfit.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, but for right now, that outfit.
Yeah, like if he put the lugs on with this, it's a dub. Yeah, like.
I feel you.
But this is from here.
Yeah. He put
knees
on.
up.
He put
we
on.
Good.
All right. Next up, how we feel about Tory Lanez?
Tory always wears oversized clothes, but he's a small guy. So if he doesn't get his got to the shoes.
Margielas, I think. Yeah,
that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, no, I was just letting you know. Yeah. I thought you was asking, but I think those are Margielas. Yeah.
I mean, it's a dope fit. It's a dope fit. It's just big. Tory's little. So, I don't know. I'm biased about Tory, too. Because I seen him in concert, and he came out, it was like 90 degrees, and he had on like a bubble coat, like a do-rag, a snorkel hat, and I was like, what is going on here? So, I don't know, I'm biased about Tory. Okay. This is a decent fit, though. It's dope. Nice watch. Chain is nice.
Okay.
He got I like the hat. I like hats. So
okay.
I'm definitely, this is dope. For a red carpet, that's dope.
So he put on.
Yeah, that's a put on. I'll give that to him.
All right, man. Lastly, Mr. Fashion himself, how we feel about Ye?
This is young Ye. I didn't even realize that was Kanye.
How you feel about Ye?
I don't know. He got the Air Force Ones on. The contrast, this is high. This is for the time period that came out in, because this is definitely, it say it, 2006. Okay, during that time, it's a put on.
Okay.
It's a put on. But Ye is also, I don't know, I can't say fashion itself, because the whole, like, the muscle shirts with the sock shoes, that shit ain't it. But, like, I love, like, certain Yeezys. I can't say all the Yeezys, but I like certain Yeezys, and I like some of his direction that he's put into clothes, like, Fear of God, Essentials, is all that is really heavily influenced. I don't know if it's his brand, but I know it's heavily influenced by Kanye. And, like, I like a lot of the Essentials. Some of it is, like, a little extra, but Kanye is definitely a fashion guru, so I give it to him, but he goes left field.
Okay.
I picked Fab before I picked Kanye, though.
Okay.
Fab don't fuck around.
I respect it.
Yeah.
But that's put on for Ye?
We'll give Ye a put on for that. For 2006.
Gotcha.
No beard, Ye, no nothing. He looked like he got an NPC in that bag. He don't even carry him NPCs
that's a
no
fact.
more. Yeah. But the bag coordinates with it. Actually, he has like 2 bags. He got a book bag on and he has a duffel.
Man, coming prepared.
The sneakers coordinate with the jacket and the book bag. Like,
So
I can understand that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's dope. I can deal with that.
Gotcha.
So for the most part, the power was pretty good, except for a couple.
Okay.
Yeah,
For people who look
I don't
broke,
know.
dirty.
Yeah, Busta was doing too much.
Okay.
Busta was doing too much. You disrespected Method Man.
Nah, don't do me like that. I just.
I would like to say, if Method Man tunes in, if you've seen the picture, I hope you do a side by side.
Oh, no, don't
so
worry.
they understand
Do not worry.
that I think it looked dirty for a reason. You gonna think it looked dirty too. Like, what the fuck was I doing? He was high. We know he smoked.
Hey, man. That's definitely his brand. But Golden, real quick, it was an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Nothing but just great conversation, a lot of great insight, a lot of great game share, a lot of hilarious opinions. You know, and it was just so great just to, be able just to chat with you. Is there anything that you like to tell the cameras? Anything that you're working on?
No, definitely come support this man,
Thank
it's
you.
A dope whole, like, as far as I consider you a journalist. You consider yourself a journalist?
Yes, ma'am.
I was about to say, like, I have done tons of interviews, and you definitely, both times I've interacted with you is a different level of, like, the fact that you put effort into it and you actually, you know what I mean, like, you don't just freestyle it. It's dope. So it's good energy. You have, like, thought-provoking questions, and, you gotta support. Show love, share, you already know, He's got a lot to say.
Yes.
More to say.
Yes, ma'am. There you go. Yeah. Nah, I appreciate that, Golden.
Definitely.
Thank you.
And shout out to everybody that shows love, supports me. Shout out to everybody that helps me get to where I'm going. I appreciate everybody that appreciates me. Yeah, it's always love. Yeah, I'm always going to be like this, though. Always love, always positivity, and everybody just keep going. And if you're not used, you're useless.
There you go.
And fuck your feelings.
There you go. Definitely fuck your feelings. Well, Golden, if that's all you got, you got to say.
Oh, and it's your girl Golden on all social media.
There
If you
you
want to tune in, keep up with what I got going on, definitely at your girl Golden on all social media. Just type it in, you'll find me.
Yes, y'all. Make sure that y'all go grab that album.
Definitely.
Make sure, and when I say grab it, go on Bandcamp and go buy it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I'm sure
Support
Golden got
it.
merch, all types of stuff in the works.
Yeah.
So make sure that y'all go support one of the dopest in the world.
Right.
But this is Golden. I'm Cato, and as always, I got more to say.
You know it.